But it's a perfect segue into Bryce Young, because we remember all too well how much Rick loved Bryce Young.
Now, nice to our guest. I was going to set it up differently.
Did we as well? Yes.
Yes.
But, so, okay. Two parts to this, I guess. Number one, you love Bryce Young just like we did, and you saw, I think, a lot of the same things. Why has it been so spectacularly bad for him so far? And like at this point, given what we've seen, if you're an NFL general manager somewhere else, are you leaning on those priors and being like, this is a perfect buy low opportunity. We can get this guy in and turn him into the player that we thought he was 18 months ago?
Yeah, I don't know if he's ready already for a change of scenery, but everybody's burying this poor kid after, I think, 19 games. And last year, I don't know if he even had a chance to have a chance. It looked like he was drinking out of a fire hose, whether he was trying to make the protection calls. He didn't have a lot of talent up front. He didn't have a lot of talent at the skill position. They were trying to put too much on his plate instead of just simplifying and letting him grow. And you see, some of these rookie quarterbacks, I mean, Caleb struggled early in the season, and look how he's starting to hit his stride, but he has a lot of talent around him. Jaden Daniels was an exception to the rule. He was almost a C.J. Stroud exception, what we seen last year, and with what C.J. did. But C.J. had more talent around him than I think, and people anticipated. Just like you said earlier in the show, I think the Commanders have a lot more talent on offense than people anticipated before the season started, especially at the offensive line. But I don't know if it's a better change of scenery for Bryce. I think if Carolina can move him, and sometimes when he has struggled so badly, that maybe it is, hey, you got a new head coach, you got a new general manager, let's get our own guys in here. I didn't make that pick. Whoever made that pick is no longer there. And let's get what we can for him, and then we'll start over again. Because right now, I don't know if Andy Dalton is given, except for that first game he came in, and you got the Andy Dalton push. Other than that, it's been very average, in my opinion, and below average. He threw 2 interceptions last week that were horrible. So is that an indictment on Bryce Young and Andy Dalton, or is it just where their team is right now? But if I had to pick a team, have you guys even talked about this? What team do you think would benefit and best fit what Bryce Young does and what his strengths are?
Sam and I did talk about this a couple weeks ago. The two teams that came to mind were the Miami Dolphins and the Rams. But the Dolphins first, obviously, with the Tua situation.
Yeah, no, to me, I think it'd be an ideal fit for Bryce Young to be in that Miami offense, because you saw Tua was a bust. All of a sudden, they put him in that offense with those playmakers around him. I think that Bryce Young would be a great fit down in Miami.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, and then I brought up the Rams just because it does feel like every year they're trying to figure out with Stafford, is he getting closer to retirement? Do they want a succession plan? And, McVay's done nice things with quarterbacks through the years, so why not take a shot on a former number 1 overall pick?
Yeah, the only thing I say in Miami, and I've been down and covered their camp a couple times, is that how quickly the ball has to come out. And like I said, with the playmakers, and, Tua looked like a different player once Mike McDaniel got down there and started implementing that scheme. And you can see the difference when you're just down there watching him practice. And I think that would have the same effect on Bryce Young getting in a system like that, because I think that fits what we saw in college. That fits his strengths.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end of our video.
For more great content, click here to subscribe and here to watch another video. We'll see you again soon.